Yo, what's cracking everyone? Ericship 111 here. So, as all of you know, right now in Forza Horizon 5, we are currently in the second week of Series 13, known as Horizon's 10-year anniversary update. And in my previous video, we showcased that if you head over to the Coming Soon tab, you will see a small tease of what's installed for Update 14, which not only includes brand new Donut Media content that has never been featured in any Forza Horizon game before, but also the return of Rocket Bunny body kits. Now this is all set to release sometime in early November, and I will say the Donut Media content is what truly excites me for Update 14. I'm curious to see what Playground Games and Donut Media have created for us to play, but when it comes to Rocket Bunny body kits, as of right now, it doesn't interest me for reasons I will share with you. Now before we continue, if you do find this video interesting, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button as it really does help me out. And if you guys are new to my channel and would like to stay up to date with everything Forza Horizon 5 related, please be sure to subscribe to my channel with notifications turned on, so that way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. Now, with all that being said, I want to first address something that I'm sure some of you are probably thinking about when it comes to why perhaps Rocket Bunny is returning a year later after the launch of Horizon 5, and that is licensing issues. So when it comes to having brands and manufacturers being featured in a racing video game like Forza Horizon, the developers, Playground Games and Turn 10 must acquire a license agreement with whoever the brand or manufacturers may be so that it can be represented in their game. Now, in most cases, the agreements between both parties are usually monetary. It could be a lump sum fee from the developers to the manufacturer. It could be a percentage cut to the brands for each copy of the game sold. I mean, there's many ways as to how a licensing deal can be made. However, in some instances, license agreements can expire without being renewed. It can be revoked, or maybe even the manufacturer itself could be under fire. I mean, any of these reasons can be a determining factor as to why a brand or manufacturer may not be featured in a game like Forza Horizon. Now, when it comes to Rocket Bunny body kits, we know that back in 2016 when Forza Horizon 3 launched, Rocket Bunny along with Liberty Walk was one of the huge new customization options that finally allows certain vehicles to be equipped with wide body kits that has never been seen before in any previous Forza title. Then of course in Forza Horizon 4, we also got Rocket Bunny body kits from launch. However, 3 years on in Forza Horizon 5, the game launched without any Rocket Bunny body kits we knew and loved. Although we did see other new body kit brands make its way into Horizon 5, it did truly feel like a big part of the series was missing, and the big question for returning players was why wasn't Rocket Bunny in Forza Horizon 5, or why was it removed? Now, I've been trying to do my research across the interweb to find a legitimate answer, and although there wasn't any concrete statements, the general consensus with the community is that there was possibly some licensing issues with Greddy or G-Ready, however you want to say it, and Rocket Bunny. Now, if that is the case, then I have no problems with Playground Games whatsoever with Rocket Bunny being brought back in a series update and teasing it as new content, because this was something that was out of the developers' hands, and there's really nothing they can do about it. Kind of like how Mitsubishi and Toyota were back in Forza Horizon 4. They weren't included at launch, even though they have been featured in all of Forza's games previously. It was understandable from the community's point of view, and even in their update live streams, the developers briefly revealed that they would have loved for those manufacturers to be in the game at launch, but it just wasn't possible. Now, when it comes to Rocket Bunny and Horizon 5, if there was any licensing issues which prevented the body kits to be featured at launch, I believe Playground Games should be transparent about it to at least some capacity. That way the community will understand as to why this particular decision was made. However, if they don't and the live stream just reveals, hey look, Rocket Bunny is back, and they're just going through all the body kits we have already seen back in Horizon 3 and Horizon 4, then I suspect that Rocket Bunny was intentionally left out from Horizon 5's launch, only to then be drip fed or recycled back in and classed as new content, which is where my problem lies. I also want to quickly mention that in update 14, we may possibly get some new Rocket Bunny kits too, which would be awesome to see. And I do believe Playground Games as a game developer do have a high level of integrity, and they wouldn't just outright lie to the community by mentioning on their live stream that there was some issues with Rocket Bunny being put into the game if there wasn't. That wouldn't be smart on their behalf and could easily backfire on them too. So I hope Rocket Bunny not being in Horizon 5 at launch was something out of Playground Games' control, because if it wasn't, then we have a problem bigger than just Rocket Bunny returning, and that is the game itself, with the sheer amount of recycled content being intentionally left out at launch, only to then be filled back in months to years later. So let's just hypothetically say Rocket Bunny was intentionally left out. I mean, I really don't have a problem with Rocket Bunny returning per se. I would love to see it in Horizon 5, but again, my problem is the reuse of old content from previous titles being deliberately left out at launch just so that it can be brought back in later, either for us to grind for or being presented as new content. The biggest culprit in Horizon 5 are the cars we get. In this current Series 13 update alone, for a 10-year anniversary milestone, we had 4 cars that were already featured back in previous Horizon titles. I mean, even looking back at many of the past series updates in Horizon 5, you will notice just how many cars were actually brought back from Horizon 4, which in my opinion feels like there's a lack of effort being put in. I remember when the game just launched and 1 month later in Series 2, the Ferrari 599 GTO and the 575M Maranello returns, and I was just thinking to myself, why don't they just include them at launch? There's no licensing issue here, and remember, these cars won't be in the auto show. These recycled cars are timed exclusive, so if you are busy that week and just so happens to not be able to jump on Horizon 5, you better hope that someone puts these recycled cars up in the auction house, and you know they're going to be up for a ridiculous amount of credits, or hopefully see it again in a festival playlist or in the Forzathon shop sometime in the future. Like, there's just so many cars in the current Horizon 5 car list that really should just be in the auto show, and cars that were previously featured in older Horizon games should most certainly not be timed exclusive unlockables, unlike some of the actual new to Forza cars in the game. I know I'm digressing a little bit here with the Rocket Bunny body kits, but the point I'm making here is if something was featured in a previous Horizon title, unless it's a licensing issue, maybe some remodeling needed to be done, perhaps some certain vehicles or body kits had some bugs or glitches that needed to be fixed and wasn't ready for launch. Otherwise, all those content should be in the game from launch. But even look at how many cars had issues at launch, and even the cars that were brought in later in a series update that were featured in previous Horizon titles, they still also had many bugs and glitches that weren't even fixed at all. Even Expansion 1, the idea of Hot Wheels was a recycled theme. Now look, I'm not saying that Playground Games don't have any new content. They most certainly do, and I appreciate that there is. It doesn't go unnoticed. Donut Media is a great example of new content for Horizon 5, and that is what gets me excited. New stuff in Forza Horizon 5. I get excited when I unlock a new to Forza car. I was excited to test out the new body kits for the Hyundai Veloster N and the Volkswagen Golf R. I love the anniversary edition of the Dodge SRT Viper, but there's nothing exciting about content that I can just hop on a previous Horizon title and play it right away. Now, I don't know how you may be able to unlock the upcoming Rocket Bunny kits. I certainly hope all the returning ones we have seen from older Forza titles can be equipped with credits right away. I would like to see some new Rocket Bunny kits too, and hey, to Playground Games' credit, we may even get a new to Forza car that also features a Rocket Bunny kit option too for update 14. I mean, that would be incredible, but judging by all the previous Horizon updates we've had so far, it is highly unlikely to see so much new content in one series update. So prove me wrong, Playground Games, make this video age terribly, but at the end of the day, this is just my opinion only. I would love to hear all of your thoughts. I'll be reading your comments down below, and there's nothing wrong with sharing all of our opinions, whether we agree or disagree with each other. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to smash the thumbs up button as it really does help me out. And also, if you want to stay up to date with everything Forza Horizon 5 related, please make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on. That way you won't ever miss out on another video that goes live. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.